Jessica.
I'm Lisa.
And we are...
Two dead girls.
Yeah.
All right, so if you guys haven't already seen Season 5, Episode 7, entitled Crossed, we are about to spoil it for you, so go watch it and then come back to our channel.
See no evil, hear no evil.
Yeah, because you're going to hear a lot.
We talked about it.
So this was a really good episode.
It was meaty and beefy and everything good. It just had, I felt so full. Like these are my favorites. To see a little bit of everybody.
Yep.
A little bit of what everybody's been up to. They're my favorite episodes.
Yep.
Love this episode.
I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
At the very, very beginning, I thought that maybe they were having like some kind of a flashback when they first showed Daryl back at the church.
Yeah, me too.
And it wasn't until I saw Noah that I was like, oh, all right, we're present day. There's, it kind of almost seemed to me, and I don't know, recalling on every episode, but this whole season there's been a lot of flashbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's just from coming off of the Carol episode, I have that in my head. But when I saw Daryl, I'm like, oh, they're flashing back to the church, something else that happened at the church.
Yeah, because they never went back to the bushes. They just kind of passed that, and now it's known that Noah's there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was I was happy to see Noah. I was really happy to see Noah. And I love the exchange between Michonne and Rick.
Right.
How they were like, I can come with you to go and get Carol. We all owe Carol. And Rick's like, no, I really owe Carol.
Right.
I love that. I thought that was so fantastic. Can I point something out, though?
What?
All right. So there now that everybody's gone, Sasha, Tyrese, Rick, Daryl, Noah, they're on their way. It's Gabriel, Michonne, Carl, and Judith. And what struck me as strange, and I don't know why I never picked up on it before, but why does Judith have red hair? Did Lori sleep with Abe too?
Oh my God. Yeah, that's funny.
How come she's got red hair? What's up with that?
I don't know.
Lori.
Good point. Yeah, I don't know what that Lori was doing. The group leaves Michonne, Carl, Judith, and Gabriel at the church. Why they took Tyrese with them?
Yeah.
I don't know whose call that was, but
yeah. Because it makes sense to let Michonne babysit Judith.
Yeah, that was a little crazy.
There's no one else that's a better babysitter than Michonne. I don't know. Maybe they should have taken Michonne and left Tyrese with the baby.
But then if the church gets overrun, who is going to fight at the church? I guess that's the way, if you look at it that way.
You know what, though? I really think that if push comes to shove, well, then again, I mean, Tyrese was pushed and shoved, and he let the freaking guy go, and he wound up eating part of Bob.
Yeah.
But I would hope that if push came to shove, that Tyrese would pitch in. It's like you give him an opportunity to think. He's just going to talk himself out of everything.
Right.
That makes sense.
So.
Are you drinking moonshine? Are you drinking more moonshine?
No, I have water.
All right.
No moonshine for me, not for another 5 months. 4 months, 4.5 months. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Okay, so Gabriel's having a little bit of a attack, it looks like, kind of anxiety maybe, scraping the blood off the floor and...
Oh yeah.
And
so he's a little OCD. He wants to keep his little pristine. Everything needs to be clean.
It's a little late for that because that church is pretty much torn to shreds.
Yeah, it is.
They cut to Beth and the Beth and Carol part where Beth sees Carol.
Yeah, I hate that doctor.
Yeah, I don't like it
I
either.
hate that doctor so much.
Yeah, it was all quick little glimpses into each group, which was okay. I mean,
right.
We always complain that we don't get to see everybody, so it was nice to see what everybody was up to, but I really wanted to see more of what Rick's group was doing, but I think that that's what we're going to see this week. And then they're just gonna leave us hanging, and we're just gonna have to grab our ankles because we have to wait until they come back, which will be when? When is the season premiere then?
Usually around It's usually around like Valentine's Day. I think it's either the weekend after or the weekend before. How romantic. But I'm wondering if next week we have a split group thing, like we worry about the people in the woods, like Gabriel and everybody at the church,
right?
Or we focus on Grady. I mean, it's giving everybody plenty of opportunity to be split up again.
Right, exactly.
And where do Glenn and Tara and all of them, where do they fit in? God, I don't know.
When they showed Glenn and Tara and Eugene, and Maggie pulled the gun on Abe.
Oh.
I was good. I was glad. I'm like, good, you go, Maggie.
Yeah, absolutely. Poor Eugene. Poor Eugene.
Mm-hmm. I do feel bad for Eugene, yeah.
Really feel bad for him because Tara said it again. He used the only skill he had.
Yep.
She said it. He's useless. He can't tie a knot. He doesn't know. He's not fast. He's not quick. He's not this, and this. He did what he had to do to survive.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the horrible thing is that he let it go on for as long as he did, and so many people died in the wake of his lies. But really, he did what he had to do to survive.
Right. So when Rosita's telling Abe, look at me, and he stands up, he looks like he's going to hit her. So I'm glad that Maggie did what she did.
Yep. She's like, I'll put you down. I do not care.
And she will.
But yeah, he's out of his mind. Abe is nuts.
Yeah, I believe he has gone to La La Land.
Yep, absolutely.
Him and his handlebar mustache.
Oh my God, that mustache. I love it.
So then they cut to Rick's group. And they're planning. I don't know, it looks like they're in a warehouse or something and they're planning their attack.
And Tyrese is trying to talk him out of it.
And I was surprised that Daryl was on Tyrese's side.
This is like a totally different Daryl.
Completely.
We talked about it in the Carol and Daryl episode. We talked about it, that he's so different now. Like he's not making rash decisions, and I don't understand it. Like I love Noah's idea saying the wards would be on our side.
Yep.
We can double our manpower.
Yep.
We can double our manpower, and they're like, no, even trade.
Yeah,
What?
Rick was saying silent but deadly, and Tyrese is saying even trade.
Yeah, even trade. Like what? Such a stupid idea. Listen to Rick.
So it looks like now that, like, Rick, when he heard Daryl say it, first when Tyrese said it, it looked like he was like, no, we're not doing that. And then Daryl said it, and then he was like, oh, all right, well, like,
Rick's like, maybe I'm being crazy.
Who's running the show? I mean, who's the boss? Tony
Yeah,
Danza?
who really is the leader now? Who's
So-
leading the group? Nobody's leading the group.
No. So that's where these guys are at this point.
When Tyrese starts making decisions for everybody, you know that ain't good.
Then you know you're in trouble.
Know you're in trouble.
So they cut back to Carl, who is schooling Gabriel and telling him he needs to defend himself, and he makes him pick a weapon.
Oh, poor Gabriel. Gabriel's like, what? When he's like, Carl's like, their skulls aren't always soft. Gabriel's like, what?
Here's the thing I don't understand. So Gabriel picked the machete.
Yes.
And he got out from the church or whatever. I know it's further down, but why didn't he take the machete with him when he left the church?
I don't know. And for the longest time, I kept saying, I don't trust this Gabriel. I don't trust this Gabriel. I don't know if I don't trust him or he's just the stupidest person that ever. Does he have like another group that does his dirty work for him? Like I don't know.
I don't know. I think he's really stupid. I don't know that if I don't trust him, because even when he was trying to defend himself in the woods, he still looked like a pansy.
Right.
So he didn't pull out any special moves or anything where, because nobody was around. He could have done something then.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what's he going to do?
Who knows?
I don't know.
So at this point, Carl is schooling Gabriel. We haven't gotten that far yet, but...
I'm sorry, did you notice Michonne watching Carl as he was schooling Gabriel? I wrote down Michonne looks so proud.
Yep, she did. She looked really proud of him.
She looked really proud of him. She's like, that's my boy.
Yep. So I thought that was I thought it was a nice moment. I like seeing Carl. Carl's kind of in charge at the church. I mean, like, Michonne is there for, to kick ass if it's needed.
Yeah.
But he's in charge, I feel like.
And, I just kind of feel like, Carl, you're the man of the house when your dad's not home.
Yep.
Stepping up to the plate.
So then they cut back to Beth, and this is the preview we saw, where she tells Dawn that you have to save her, and Dawn says, you just killed that woman.
Yep. You just saved her. And then but what they didn't show in the preview was Dawn giving her the key.
Yeah.
It's up to you to save this woman. And Dawn said, I was wrong about you. You are strong.
Yep.
Now, I hope that Beth doesn't get an inflated ego, because part of me feels like Dawn is setting her up. Just like the doctor said, did you take that key from Dawn, or did she give it to you? Because if she gave it to you, she's got ulterior motives.
Right.
So I don't, I didn't get the feeling of, Dawn's had a change of heart. I didn't get that warm, cozy feeling. I feel that something is,
she's got something up her sleeve, yeah.
Then they went back to the creek.
Yep.
Tara, Rosita, and Glenn were. What was with Tara and all the jokes?
She's just trying to make light of the situation, I feel like.
Awfully jokey this episode.
Yeah.
Wasn't crazy about that. No, don't get up. Don't get up, she says to the walkers.
So they're getting water, and Maggie puts the ladder over Eugene to cover him from the sun, which I thought was nice.
I like that she told Abe, get over yourself.
Yep.
It ain't gonna get any better than this.
Yep.
It's not gonna get any better than this. This is what life is now,
Yep. Well, Tara, Glenn, and Rosita are getting water. Rosita shows them how Eugene showed her how to make a filter out of her clothing. And then they see fish, and they catch some fish. So that was kind of cool. But I'm wondering if those fish are infected.
That's what I said. I'm like, but is it fish? Like, when I saw all the ripples, it reminded me of that episode when the governor pushed the guy pushed the guy in the water, and he was reaching up through the water, and you saw him through the top of the water.
I don't know if I would eat that fish.
I don't know either. Just before that scene, though, when she was filtering the water, Beth had her conversation with the doctor, and he had asked her, he asked her about the thing, and he said that she should have epinephrine. Right. He should give Carol epinephrine. I thought to myself, is he doing?
I was hoping that he was telling her. Yep.
Like, how could Beth trust him again? And I always thought an epinephrine. Whenever I hear epinephrine, I think of an EpiPen. Like, if someone's allergic to a bee sting, they take epinephrine. So I'm going, I don't know. It doesn't sound right. But
I don't know if I would trust that doctor. But she had to ask something. I'm assuming they don't have any other resources there. So I don't know. I just don't trust that doctor anymore.
Nope. Oh, I thought he was fantastic. I said to myself, this is somebody that, Beth needs. I like how Rosita gave a little bit of her backstory.
Yep.
When they were talking, and how she said, it seemed like it was just nice to be needed.
Yep.
It's the first person to say, I need your help, was Abe.
And then Glenn said, we're going to need that, because he said, do you know how to skin a fish or whatever? And she's like, yep. He's like, we're going to need that. So that was, wow. And what did he ask her? He asked her, if wherever we go, are you with us? She said, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good. So then they're on the plan. They're in the plan is in motion.
Yes.
Go back to Rick's group over here, and Noah gets caught by the cops.
Mm-hmm. And he seems to be a good cop. They seem to be good cops. Noah said he is a good guy.
He's one of the good ones, yeah.
What is his name?
Bob.
I forget what his name. Yeah, his name was Bob. That's right.
Bob Lawson?
Bob Lawson. He was one of the good guys, according to Noah.
They handcuff the two cops because they're going to go with Tyrese's plan and trade them.
Mm-hmm.
Bad move.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand where the whole group went and Daryl was somehow by himself, like in the back. Because when he went
They
to...
ran off chasing. They ran off chasing the car that grabbed them. Right? Didn't they run off after the car?
I don't know, but Daryl was by himself, and I'm like, where is everybody else? Why is he by himself?
They probably figured Daryl's got it. Daryl's got it under control.
I had a pretty crazy reaction to him getting attacked because those melted walkers were so close to his face, and he kept putting his hands in their mouth, and I was like, oh.
He's gonna bite your fingers. He's gonna bite your fingers. I think I put it for my reaction videos called "Watch Your Fingers." Yeah, we only have one reaction this week.
So that's gonna be it.
It wasn't a slow episode, but we just don't really have any other reactions to speak of. But that was our reaction for this week.
So we'll insert that here for you guys to see.
Oh my god. Somebody come back for Daryl. Somebody come back. No. No. What are you doing? So gross. That's so gross.
And then Daryl grabs the zombie and by the eyes like a bowling ball and just slams, and it was awesome though because they did it in slow-mo.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Detached his head from his spine. What was that video game, Mortal Kombat? Didn't they used to do that on Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Get that video game.
But he just
right?
beats this police officer silly with this zombie. I thought it was awesome.
His spinal column at somebody.
Yep. And Rick comes up and he's got the gun pointed at him, and Daryl said, what does Daryl do? He says, don't do it. 3 is better than 2.
Stop being such a good, conscious person, Daryl.
It's nice of him, but it's not what we need right now.
We need reckless Daryl back.
We do.
Oh, God.
So they cut back into this, wherever they're at, in the parking garage or whatever, wherever they're at now, talking about the next step of the plan. And the cop starts bargaining with Rick's group.
Yeah.
Because he knows Dawn, and he's like, you have to know how she deals.
Right. Didn't the other cop say that, said before that, nobody likes her.
Yep.
We all want her out.
Yep.
We can help you.
I don't know. I wanted to trust them, but then I didn't want to trust them. I don't know how I felt about that.
I really, well, obviously now we know we can't trust, but I didn't understand what they were getting at when they were kind of like, nobody likes Dawn. Why would they care? Why would they, why would they want to get her out of her position of authority? Do you have intentions of keeping them with you at Grady Memorial? Like, what is this? I didn't really get that. You know?
So then they cut back to Michonne and all them. And Michonne goes to knock on the door because Gabriel was apparently sick. And she tells him, the things we do, they're worth it.
Yep, that's so funny. I have that written down right here too. The things we do are worth it.
And I should have known something was a little shady because Gabriel didn't open the door the whole way. Like, he had it open this much.
Did you, when you saw him taking up the boards, did you think right away he was going to escape, or did you think that it had something secret?
I thought something was stashed. Yeah, I thought something was down there. I didn't think at all he was trying to escape because he's scared.
What a stupid man.
I mean, unless we find out later down the road that he's part of Grady somehow, or that he is part of some other plan that we don't know about yet, and that's where he's going to try and tell people. But why would he leave there with no protection? I don't understand. I don't know.
Our friend Morgan is still out there.
Yeah.
Our friend Morgan is still out there following marks on trees.
Yep.
So maybe there is something going on, and Gabriel's going to his other group or another
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe when Gabriel was found, he wasn't. Maybe he led them to the church to divert them off of another route where they would have found other people.
Maybe. I don't know what we're going to find out, but we're going to find out something.
Yeah.
So Gabriel's opening the floorboards, whatever. And I just shaking my head. So then they cut back over to Beth, who has that man, it looks like another patient, help her fake an asthma attack or an allergy attack or something so that she can get to the medicine cabinet, which she does.
Yeah.
And she gets the meds.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets back to Carol's room, puts it in the IV, and holds her hand. I forget what she says. Did you write it down?
Yeah, she said, I just want you to, she goes, Beth, it's Carol. Carol, it's Beth. I just want you to know I was here. And that was it.
And Carol looks pretty messed up, man. I'm not liking this at all.
No, she's really messed up. I
don't like it at all.
I don't know. We haven't lost anybody in a really, I know we lost Bob. And I hope I don't get a lot of flack from people. But losing Bob wasn't like losing Herschel.
Well, Carol's from season 1. Like, Carol's from season 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Bob's from last season. So it's like...
So are we due for a major loss?
I think we are.
You know.
Whether it be Beth or Carol, you know.
Right. We've already done the whole someone coming back from the brink of death, and that was Herschel.
Right.
We've already seen that.
Yeah.
Is this Carol's time?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Oh, Lord.
So they cut back to Sasha and Tyrese, and Bob, and I didn't realize it, but she's wearing Bob's shirt.
Yeah.
And it rips, and she gets upset.
Tyrese starts talking about his little fling at the prison, and he said that she should have killed Bob. Blah 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 blah.
So they have their little moment. Then they go back to the church, and they show Gabriel actually leaving the church, crawling out from under the church. Which, what a stupid idea, because now if a zombie chases him and he runs back, they're coming right up the floor.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So stupid.
Like a little people crawling out from the dirt.
So that whole thing happens. He steps on a nail. Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
That was really painful.
He pulls it out of his foot, and I was like, oh.
That was a long nail too.
Right.
Oh.
So then they go back to Rick's group.
Mm-hmm.
And what's his name? Sergeant Lamson?
Bob Lamson.
Is talking to Rick about Dawn.
Yeah, they're trying to compromise, right?
I don't know, because Rick still got him tied up.
Rick still has him tied up, and then doesn't he offer him food and water?
Right.
And water would be great, and Rick kind of tells him like, you're still a cop.
Yep.
No, the real ones are all gone. Because he knew right away, just by the way Rick was carrying himself, that he
right.
was he was a police officer.
Right. Then they go back to the church. Like, they kept going back and forth, back and forth. And Gabriel's in the woods, and he gets attacked. Where did that walker come from? Like, Bill said something like ninja walkers. Like, it was so quiet, and then all of a sudden she's right there, like...
He dropped down from the trees. They're in stealth mode now.
I mean, where did she come from? Anyway, he couldn't attack her. Like, he couldn't... This is what made me think that he doesn't really have anything up his sleeve. Because if he was by himself, if he had skills, he could have used them right then. Nobody else was around. And he still did not know how to defend himself.
No. He was like fighting like this.
It was like a 5-year-old girl. He was like... And then he just picks her up and throws her down, Then they go back to Sasha, because now at this point, Rick's group has gone. And they leave Sasha with Bob.
Right. And Bob and Sasha are having a heart-to-heart. It was I guess thinking about her conversation with her brother at the car and how she should have put Bob down.
Yep.
Did Bob Lawson overhear that and play on her weakness?
Possibly.
And kind of create this imaginary person that he should have put down himself to get her to the window?
Maybe.
I don't know.
But the whole story about how if one of the rotters out there, he knew him, and Sasha says, I'll shoot him for you if you could show me who he is. And then they cut back to Maggie and Glenn's group real fast.
Yeah.
And Maggie's sitting next to Abe, and she offers him water, and Abe's just in La La Land.
He's been on his knees for an awfully long time. Like I can't even plank for that long. Like he's just been on his knees for like hours.
Yep. Yeah,
not comfortable.
Sits down next to him and talks to him a little bit. He doesn't really answer her. And then all of a sudden you hear somebody waking up. But to me,
I thought that he was getting eaten.
I thought that he woke up and he was a walker.
Oh, I didn't even think that.
Well, because the thing is he's knocked out cold. So was he dead? Like, did something happen, a trauma to his head where he died, and then he woke up and he's a walker? They didn't show it. They showed Maggie walk over there, but they never went back to it.
I didn't think that for a second. See, I swear this show does this to me all the time, and I always say, like, I pick up on things. They trick me every time. I didn't even think of that.
Well, because when you heard like, you're thinking
like
gurgling like a walker, kind of. It could have been him waking up, but it also could have been him waking up as a walker, and they never showed you.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see. I'm pretty sure he's going to be alive, right?
I hope so.
Unless he was getting eaten, but I don't think that he was getting eaten. I think that he was either waking up or a walker.
Oh God, I guess we'll find out on Sunday.
And when Maggie walks away to go check on him, because she hears it, Abe grabs the water and drinks it.
Yeah. So they're starting to come around a little bit.
Then they flash back over to Sasha.
Sure. Come walk with me to this glass window with my gun while I have my back turned on you. This makes perfect sense.
Terrible. Somebody on the Talking Dead said, keep him in your peripheral vision. Keep him in the periffs. Always. Why was he behind her? I don't know. Yeah, it was bad. And I saw it coming.
There really have been very, very, very bad decisions made this season.
Yep, there have been. So I saw that coming. I knew something. I'm surprised he didn't knock her out the window or something else. But I don't think he's going to get very far. I think he's going to start running, and someone else from the group is going to get him.
Yeah.
And they might not be so nice to him this time around. So that was the episode, and it was I really enjoyed it because I liked seeing little pieces of what everybody was doing.
My favorite kind of episode. Episode. I mean, the other episodes are necessary. You need to concentrate on, like individuals and get backstory and, and find out what everybody is up to. It's just that, there hasn't been an episode this first half of the season that I have been disappointed in. I just really prefer these episodes where we see either everybody all together or little bits of where everybody is.
I feel like when we have an episode like this, though, it takes longer to tell the stories because you only get little pieces of it. You know what I mean? Which is fine.
You have to go back. You got to go back and piece everything together.
Yeah. So we'll see what we get next week with this mid-season finale. I definitely think somebody's going to die, and I definitely think that somebody's going to die when we come back from the finale. Because they said that episode 9 is going to be the best episode yet. So we'll see what happens. I'm interested to see how Dawn interacts with Rick.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens because I mean, from what everybody's saying, Dawn is not the one that's pulling the strings. So should Rick and the group really hold a grudge against Dawn? Everybody's just bypassing Dawn and doing whatever the heck they want anybody.
Right.
So are they going to really be mad at Dawn?
Right.
I guess we will see. And I don't know in the off season, while we're waiting for the show to start up again, I'm hoping that we can come to you with some overreaction video compilations like we did at the end of the last thing.
Yeah, that was fun.
In the last season, Walking Dead overreaction videos, and I don't know, maybe we'll find a couple of tags to do.
Yeah, maybe we'll come up with another tag.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
So a couple of weeks ago, when Lisa was in Disney, I kind of did a little bit of a subscriber spotlight. And Rockula, we got your video. Thanks for sending it. But the subscriber spotlight, we are kind of saving for reactions only, since me and Lisa are kind of reviewing and going through and giving our opinions. Rockula has a channel where he gives his opinions and stuff like that. But this is kind of like just, so we do want to feature other people, you know what I mean? But we were kind of hoping to keep the subscriber spotlight to reactions. So next week, if you're watching and you are videotaping yourself and you want to be included in the subscriber spotlight, you have to email your video to us, either an MP4, or if you want to send us a link to your YouTube video, but you have to keep your YouTube video public so we can get it. Don't make it a private video. Make it short and sweet and tell us what it is that you are reacting to, and we can include it in our show next week. Mm-hmm. And it has to be done by, I want to say, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Monday, because Lisa and I record on Monday nights.
Right.
So sometime between the end of the show and early Monday evening, it'll be golden.
Yep. So we're excited to see your reactions, if you have any to submit to us, and keep the comments coming on our Facebook and below this video, because we love interacting with you and I like reading them, right?
Absolutely.
And
I love it.
Phew, next weekend is going to be, I don't know what we're going to get next weekend, but I'm excited.
I don't know either.
Who's going to be the special guest on The Talking Dead? Because it's Robert Kirkman, somebody else, one of the other people, and a special mystery guest. So,
a mystery guest. Oh boy.
I hope it's not Carol. Hope it's not Carol.
Oh God.
So until next week, guys, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Jessica.
And we are
two dead girls.
Two anxious dead girls.
Two worried dead girls. Bye, guys.
Bye. We'll see you next week.